Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nexus where we spotlight some of our favorite local businesses. I'm super excited. We have a brand new business that's in Lincoln. It's called Galaxy Towing, and I have my wonderful friend Steph Terry here to represent them. So it's going to be a great show.
Oh, it's going to be dynamite.
TNT.
Oh!
Yeah.
Totally not intentional.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just meant
It's
to be.
intentional.
It's meant to be.
Everything happens for a reason.
It
So
does. The universe loves us.
welcome to the show.
Thanks. This is my second time.
Thanks for making it over here in these treacherous conditions.
Oh, it was rough. I barely made it. I saw multiple people that needed a tow.
Weird.
Whoa.
It's been a very busy time for Galaxy Towing. The snowstorm of 2024 has just ramped up business, right?
Yes, and we just started Galaxy Towing in November. We had our very first tow, and with one truck, and we're kind of just getting our feet wet, and we thankfully had a driver that has 30 years experience. And I don't know if Kenny knew that he was going to be like our mascot or not when he signed up for Galaxy Towing, but he did become that really quickly because Kenny's just like our mission like leader, can we kind of call him? Because following the whole Galaxy theme. And he has 30 years experience, and so he right away was like, this is how you do this, and this is how you do this. And so he's just running the show.
And he's a super nice guy.
He is. He's the nicest guy.
Yeah. Well, we've already had to use the Galaxy Towing services when Mason's car completely died. So
And we found you.
And we had a great experience.
Yeah.
Like, I think it just was so easy, and then I could quick pay online and just get it done. You know?
And I mean, everybody's busy, and a tow always happens when you like don't have time for it. It feels, and so we make paying really easy. You can pay the driver, or we can just like send a virtual invoice to your email, and you click and you put in your info and pay. So it can be done super fast before your tow even gets there, or like as it's happening. And then we also offer texting too, which is not a new thing by any means, but a lot of people don't want to call, or they're trying to manage other things. And so you can just send a text and ask for a tow and give us the location, and all of the communication can be done over text. So
That's awesome. Yeah, nobody really wants to make any phone calls.
No.
So we should take a step back, because I always really like to ask my guests all about their background and their history. Tell us about yourself.
I wish it was
Steph.
more exciting.
We'll get back to the really juicy towing excitement.
Well,
soon.
I'm from Wilbur.
Oh yeah,
Wilbur, Nebraska. Nobody really knows anything about it other than Czech Days, or Czech Fest is what people call us. But we're much more than that, kind of.
It's very, very Czech though.
It's very, very Czech.
They have great kolaches.
Yeah, and they have great like duck and dumplings and all of that like bohemian Czech food.
Yes.
I personally love it. There's some people that's not their thing. But when you've been going to Czech Days for like 30 some years, it's not as like glittery, you know, but when you take friends there that haven't been, I'm pretty proud of where I'm from, and it's fun to show them around. I'm not Czech at all. People ask me that all the time. So
it's a great party.
Yeah,
and who doesn't love a good polka band?
I know, and alumni band, and everybody's very friendly, and there's a lot of adult beverages to consume if you're interested.
And the food trucks though.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, like all of the fair type food that you could ever want.
Like way hungry.
So from Wilbur, I'm an only child. Had to entertain myself, so that's what I owe to my sparkling personality is to my parents for not having any more kids.
She's very entertaining. I will confer.
I had to be my best friend for the first 10 years of my life. So, and then I graduated valedictorian of my class. Not a lot of people know that, and I think they're surprised. Which I don't want to hear about how it's a small school. Okay,
and why are they saying that they're surprised? Like,
well, I don't know.
How rude.
I don't come
off. They
off,
assume you are dumb?
Yeah, or just, I don't maybe come off as the study kind of nerd type. But I definitely was. So out of 60-ish people in our class, which was big for Wilbur, I was valedictorian. And I worked real hard for that. And I loved studying, and I loved school. And I went to UNL and went to all the teachers after hours, and I was that person that
you were
didn't
try hard.
Yeah,
that's what I got called in school.
Try hard. I haven't heard that before. Really,
try hard. Yeah.
So that means you're trying too hard.
Scarred from that one. So let's just.
I feel like that's a compliment. But
see, cool people.
Yeah, clearly
we get it. I know there's a lot of tryhards out there that are watching this.
Also, it's not a bad quality to have.
Yeah.
It sets you up real well for the professional world.
Yeah, so. Honestly, where are sports going to get you? Nowhere.
Yeah, I wasn't good.
Did you play any sports?
Yeah, so like small school, you kind of dabble in everything. So, I mean, I did volleyball and basketball. My favorite sport was tennis, which Wilbur has a tennis team. We're not great, but it's so much fun.
That's like pretty impressive that they do have tennis.
And then I tore my ACL, and I thought, like, I'm not good at any of these things really. So, the things I'm not good at, I'm still going to contribute. So I was like the bookkeeper, the statistician for all of the basketball team and volleyball, and
I was a student manager for a basketball team too.
If you're not good at it, find what you are good at.
Yeah.
And like put your energy into that. If I could give like a senior or a high school student like any piece of advice, like spend your time doing things that you actually are good at and actually enjoy.
Yeah. That's so true with life. I mean, you're going to have a way happier experience if you stick with what you're good at.
Totally. So that's me, and now I'm here.
Yeah. So UNL, and then what was like kind of your early career like?
So I grew up just loving to watch the news and local news and national news, and I wanted to be Diane Sawyer because she's like
you should be leading this interview.
Sure. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty. But she was just gorgeous and was like, I think had won like, I don't know, some state like beauty queen thing, but then was also intelligent. And there were these like famous and influential men and women interviewing with her who were like uncomfortable to be interviewed by her and nervous to be interviewed by her. And I was like, man, that's like the power of being a smart female. And that's what I want to be. So I went to UNL.
Diane Sawyer was the role model.
She was. Went to UNL for broadcasting, and that was my dream. And life just changes, and having money is always good.
Sure.
And it's not necessarily a career where you make bank very soon. So now I'm doing what I love, and it gets me out doing stuff like this, which is kind of what I went to school for.
Yeah. So marketing, essentially.
Yeah, marketing. So I have a degree in broadcasting and advertising, and then also in Spanish and economics.
This is a shock to me, though.
I can't.
We're gonna have to offline talk about that.
I'm fine with that. I just got the credits. It doesn't mean like I was good at it.
Okay. That's fair.
Don't try to convince me to invest in the stock market. I know you're about that, and I'm not. So, sorry.
Well, it's never a dull moment with you.
It's not. It's not. We could just do this every day.
We can argue about whatever you want. Yeah. I don't really care, but we're going to argue about something.
I'll let you win.
Thanks. Anyways, okay, so lo and behold, now we got Galaxy Towing.
Yeah.
Poof. New business. Very successful.
Yes. And a lot of people will probably recognize myself and my counterpart, Regina, from Morrow Collision Center. So we still are very involved there, and we're still with Morrow Collision, but we partner with Morrow Collision. Galaxy Towing does. So it's definitely its own business, and we are not going to tell you absolutely we can't take your car somewhere. We're in the tow business, and so we're here to serve you and what your needs are. So no matter where you want your vehicle to go, that's where we're going to take it. And we're going to do it safely and be transparent and be honest and quick about it. And you're going to get Kenny, who's
I was
like
going to say, if you want someone with 30 years of experience, then that's
nicest,
probably
cleanest, sweetest guy ever. And he's going to take care of you. And especially with this weather, like it's gotten me to realize that Kenny has like the kindest heart and truly just wants to help people. And it comes through in like the towing business, because what better situation than somebody in need than to like go help them.
Well, it's kind of like an emergency. I mean,
it is.
Really, unless it's just like, oh, I know this old car needs to get from here to there, but that's not usually the case. It's like a time of stress. So like,
and the past week has just been
I can see him kind of like being like your dad showing up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And you're like, oh, thank God my dad's here. Oh, like it'll be fine.
Yes. And we don't like you try to do things quickly, but yet efficiently. And so we definitely don't cut corners. We strap down all 4 tires instead of just a couple. which would be the easy way out, but that's not the safest for your vehicle. And so you know that it's going to get from point A to point B without damage and without an incident. And that's kind of the whole point of calling a tow business.
So I would love if you took a moment to talk about your decision process when you were wanting to launch a website for the new business. What went through your head?
Well, not a lot, because I already knew what I wanted.
What was that?
So it was a no-brainer. I wanted True North to design and create our website for us. I've had experience with you in other business websites, and we're busy doing what we're good at and what we're focused on. And so that's why I knew I wanted True North to do our website, because you understood us already. So that was helpful. But I also knew that you were going to write things for us. You were going to do all the design for us. We were going to tell you what we wanted and what our vision, and then you were going to take it from there. Yeah. And so it really was like 1 or 2 meetings at the most.
It was a quick build. It was a great collaboration. That's what I loved about it. When you said that Kenny was the mascot, the original idea was to have Kenny like floating around in space like as an astronaut.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to go check out the website. What's the domain?
It's gogalaxytowing.com.
Yes. So it is a super cute landing page, and
yeah,
I think that's why the phone's just ringing off the hook. Not just the snow. So.
Hopefully. And Lincoln's a great community to be a part of too. They kind of band together, and it's a big small town. So
it is.
Yeah. And a big date coming up for us, if I can mention it, is please. Our ribbon cutting on March 6th.
Yes.
So March 6th at 1 o'clock, and it's actually going to take place at the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce offices downtown. So it's going to be right after the Chamber Ambassador lunch. So all those folks can head over to the event, and it's just going to be a nice formal kickoff for Galaxy Towing. Some snacks from Doorstep, which we all know are amazing. I know. They're so good. Doorstep Diner Catering, they'll be there for us. And so since towing, we don't really have a home. We come to you. And so we thought coming to you in this situation is going to be the best. So
I love that idea. Yeah. I got to put that on my calendar. I want to come for that.
Yes.
So, well, I'm really excited for you in the new venture. I wish success for you in all things.
Well, I appreciate it. The snowstorm has definitely helped, and I hope we're giving people a good experience, and they'll come back again.
Yeah. Let's post those Google reviews, baby.
We have 2, which,
I can give you a Google review for Mason.
I'd love more, but...
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure spending time with you. Oh. And I think that the real winners here are the viewers of the Nexus getting to have a minute with
interview requests
Steph Terry.
Will have to be sent to Renee's office staff, and we'll accommodate as necessary. But we know we're fun. A lot to handle.
Okay, Diane.
Out of this world. Both of us.
Towing. Yeah.
In True North. We're out of this world.
Astronomy theme. Yeah. So I got on board real quick with the name of Galaxy Towing. Yeah. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in a few weeks. Bye.